Thank you very much for being with us. There's been a shooting with multiple victims at a hospital in the United States. Police sources say an officer was shot and he's in critical condition. The situation is ongoing. Let's bring in our correspondent, Philip Crowther, who's been following the situation for us and listening to things as they unfold. Philip, good evening to you. Tell us the latest you have.
Well, the hospital is Mercy Hospital in Chicago, just between the South Side and downtown Chicago. And the hospital itself is actually saying that shooting is now over, so we can no longer classify it as what is called an active shooter situation. So whoever the offender or perpetrator might have been seems to no longer be doing what he or she was doing beforehand, which was shooting at people inside of an actual hospital in Chicago. Local media are reporting that 2 people died in that shooting, and that would include a gunman. Chicago police has this to say so far. They say 1 officer has been shot in that incident at Mercy Hospital and is in critical condition. So that would mean 1 police officer in critical condition and 2 people who died at the scene, including a gunman. This is according to local media. There had been a methodical search, according to the police, inside that hospital after shots had been fired, and quite a few people had abandoned the hospital and actually were placed in buses to get out of what was an active shooter situation at the time. Again, this is, according to the hospital itself, now over, and we're waiting at this point for an official update from Chicago police. There hasn't been one so far.
Philip Crowther, we'll be back to you for more on that later. Thank you very much indeed. Philip Crowther, our correspondent. The situation in Chicago, we think, is now over, according to hospital sources. However, Philip Crowther waiting for more updates on that. I will bring you the news as soon as we get it here on France 24.
This is a Fox News alert. Within the past 30 minutes, authorities in Chicago reported an active shooter at a Southside hospital. Now, they say several people have been wounded in that shooting. A list reportedly including a police officer and a suspect at this hour. Senior correspondent Mike Tobin has the latest breaking news tonight from the scene. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Brett. And we just have confirmation through Mercy Hospital. They say that the shooting is over. There was a police officer scouring the hallways here at Mercy Hospital, an indication that they felt the threat was not alleviated. But now we have that confirmation through the hospital that the shooting, the incident here is over. Confirmed through Anthony Guglielmi, the Chicago police spokesman. 1 police officer has been shot. He is in critical condition. He's been transferred to the University of Hospital Medical Center. We're waiting an update from him. A possible suspect has been shot. Scanner traffic says that suspect was shot in the face, not confirmed through official channels. There's a lot of discussion about multiple victims. There are accounts of 2 people dead, 2 people in critical condition. The Chicago Tribune reports less than 6. Again, that's not through official channels. We're still waiting for that information to be boiled down. What we're hearing from witnesses is that the gunman focused particularly on one woman standing over her in the parking lot, discharging multiple shots in her direction, really in point-blank range, I should say. That being said, we don't know if this was motivated by a domestic dispute, if this sadly would fit the pattern that we have become accustomed to with these mass shootings, or if it is part of the violence that you've heard so much about plaguing the city of Chicago. Most of that gun violence is contained to the south and west sides of the city, and we are on the south side of the city right now, but we just can't make those connections right now. There were 21 shootings over the weekend here in the city of Chicago, so gun violence is still very much a problem here. We're waiting on more details about this particular shooting at Mercy Hospital, but again, through the official channels here at Mercy Hospital, the threat is alleviated. The shooting situation is now over. Brett.
Yeah, 21 shootings over the weekend. Mike Tobin live on the south side with the breaking news from Chicago.